I'm Bryce, also known as Lips.
And I'm Austin from Sisters Doll. Check out a new single, Kiss Me.
Beautiful, boys. Thanks for joining us today.
No worries, thank you.
Hey, thanks for having us, Kris.
Always a pleasure, my man. So, as you say, Sisters Doll will release your new track, Kiss Me, on this Friday, February the 10th. So, tell us a bit about the song from a musical point of view and what you're going for with it.
Yeah, well, for the musical side of it, it's kind of got a bit more of a bit more punky, punk and pop sort of influence, I guess. And that was sort of not like a choice. That was kind of just we wrote it, and that's just the sort of the path it was taking. So, yeah, musically it's kind of in that vein, but it's a super catchy chorus.
It probably wasn't our first choice, like going in with this song, but then the more we'll kind of work in the studio and that sort of thing, we Ricky, our producer, he said this would be I think this would be a good one, like the next hit out. Like it's because Prison is quite heavy and it's quite in your face. This one still has the edge of that and Sisters Doll, but it's a bit more, I guess pop punk esque, like a bit more radio friendly, a bit more.
It's got a bit more of that touch to it rather than Prison was so hard hitting. So we thought, well, we go hard hitting. It's a hard hitting song, but it's not that heavy guitar driven riff and so it's a little bit of a different approach.
We thought we'd try kind of a different thing, and then the follow-up single to this one even is like different. So again, so it's like it's pretty cool. We thought we'd show like at the different side of the band how we can kind of pump out. I guess we're trying to steer away from that stereotypical some people either could think we're a cover band or a throwback to the 80s kind of thing, but we're more like trying to show our musical growth, I guess, in some way.
And the music all means something, the lyrics all have meaning, and it's definitely there's a lot more maturity in the music these days now.
And then speaking of the lyrics, like it's inspired by past breakup experiences, so you've probably got a ton of material to draw from.
Well, the breakups write the best songs, don't they? So
facts. That's so true.
Through the press release, like it says that Brennan wrote the song one night in the kitchen in about 20 minutes, but it also says that he got inspirational from personal experiences as well as using stories from BRYCE and Austin's love life. Like, I know you guys are all brothers and you're all close, but how does he know so much about your love lives?
Wow, he threw us under the bus, man. Holy shit.
No, it goes by that. We're brothers, so we're pretty close and we know each other sort of around during each other's breakups and stuff. We sort of we support each other, so he knows the sort of the heartbreak we sort of went through. So
we've been a band for like 13 years, so
it goes up every time you say that.
I don't go up in February, but like it's one of those things. Like I think we're more like mates than brothers, I guess. Like we've grown over the years, like we've been each other's best mates, so I guess the stories get told and the breakups happen.
So Brennan gets the inspiration and he writes a good song. So
he just couldn't say it was all about his experiences. He had to throw you guys in there as well. Just
maybe he's just maybe he's bullshitting.
And the song's being released 4 days before Valentine's Day, or V-Day, I call it. So is that a coincidence?
That was kind of the idea, like the plan.
That was the idea,
yeah. Brennan's kind of idea to be like, this would be kind of cool because it's like a love song.
Also, it also worked out like it was like, well, we've got to release the next single.
Yeah,
the song's called "Kiss Me." It's a love song or whatnot. So it was like Valentine's Day's coming up, so this might work. That's all it was.
Yeah. And there's also something in the press release that said something about a special film clip coming out on the 14th. What's going on there?
Yeah. So we've shot the music video. That's all been done and recorded. And that was kind of like with the song, like it's a very fun, loving song. So we thought we'd have fun with the video too, and just kind of we all had a bunch of ideas, like some crazy ideas. We wanted to have fun with this one. Like a lot of our music videos in the past have been pretty serious or had like a storyline. This one was kind of just a bit of fun, really. We wanted to just capture the excitement of the song and not think too much into it. And it's kind of like the fun song of Sisters Doll on the album too. So
Yeah. That sort of leads into my next question. Like, Kiss Me follows from last year's release, Prisoner. So I was going to ask if their standalone songs were part of a bigger album picture, but you just told me that.
Yeah. No, they definitely are. All these songs are going to be off our album that's set to release. We're hoping late 2023, early 2024. It's looking like, because we have a lot more singles to release.
Yeah, it's a lot more to come. So,
and yeah, that's kind of the plan at the minute. Yeah, we're excited. We're really excited for everyone to hear what's to come. Like, Kiss Me wasn't going to be the next single, but
it wasn't our choice. Even Prisoner wasn't our choice. But once the songs come together, you know, it's like it's like, oh no, this could work. You know, it's just
and the team working with Sisters Doll at the minute, we kind of have a lot of outside input and that kind of thing. So
But you've already sort of mentioned the diversity between Prisoner and Kiss Me and the next song coming out. So is it fair to say that this next album is not going to be quite what long-time fans of the band would expect?
Yeah, I think so. Like, it's going to show our growth a lot. Like, and I think All Dolled Up did that from post Welcome to the Dollhouse as well. But we're still kind of stuck in that glam rock, you know, a lot of reverb on the snare
the big cannon drums and everything and stuff.
Yeah, like it really showed our influences, but I think this is more it's more us. I feel like we've captured our sound.
Like this time it's sort of there's definitely a taste of each of our influences within the music.
Yes.
If you know what I mean. And most of these songs we all, like, because we demoed all these together in this studio, and we really sort of we worked on them all collectively together. Like, All Dolled Up was a lot of it was written with Brennan and just songs he'd had for a long time. And, you know, a few were on there that we'd sort of collectively worked on. But this one's sort of like, it's been all three of us sort of diving into the songs, restructuring them, changing bits and pieces here and there, and sort of turning them into what they are. And, you know, again, All Dolled Up was brought, when did that come out? That was like
2017.
So it was you know, a fair while ago now. So there's been a lot of growth in music and just the way we write songs now, and our structuring and the lyrics, obviously. So there's a lot of maturity in the music now. So I think that's definitely what fans are going to hear once the album comes out and once they hear these next singles.
Speaking of maturity, mate, is that a tattoo I can see on your arm, Austin? Like, I've known you since you're only allowed to drink soft drink in a pub.
You're right. It is a tattoo, yeah. I don't know if it comes. Can you read it that way? It says "Make love."
Nice. Look at you all growed up and stuff.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you're a good influence, big brother.
I know. I was about to say I'm a bad influence because I took him to my tattoo artist and said, no.
He organised it all for me, you know. So
Brennan's next.
Yeah, Brennan's next.
Good luck with that one. Along those lines now, like, guys, like, I've known you guys for quite a bit of time now, and I have to say, like, as a friend as well, like, it's great to see Sisters Doll going as well as you are. Like, I know you've put in a lot of hard work, but do you guys ever sort of look around and just think, like, fuck, life's pretty good?
To be honest, I think we had that revelation when we were on the KISS Kruise. It was like,
we had it then.
Before we had the first, our first show on the KISS Kruise, because KISS performed and then we performed not long after. We actually had to leave their sail away show to go set up so we could do the show, and we're backstage and we're like, oh my God, is anyone going to kind of show up on the boat? And we looked out and we're like, oh, is there many people out there? It was packed, man. Like, there was heaps of people, and we were backstage fist pumping before we went on stage. And I remember just saying, how the fuck did we get here? You know,
like we have those rare moments where it's like, this is not bad. We're doing all right here. You know, it doesn't happen often, but you know, when it happens, it's cool. It's great.
Yeah.
You deserve every bit of success that's come your way, guys. Like I say, I've known you guys since you're traveling in a bus all the way up to Cairns playing and shit like that. Like, you've done the hard yards, mate, so it's about time you reap the rewards.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate it.
No worries. And I recently caught you guys at Glamfest 2023 in Brisbane as well, which was headlined by bands like Faster Pussycat, Eclipse, Enuff Z Nuff, Wednesday 13 and more. So how was that experience for you guys doing a festival like that in your home country?
It was cool. It was actually cool to just have those sort of bands that have been around from, years ago, like from, in that genre, like to actually be here and do well. Like, it was cool to see, like some full venues and everything, like, and all those guys are great, like we've known Chip from Enuff Z Nuff for a little while now. We've caught up with him when we were in LA last, and he loves us, and they're all great guys. Like, it's a good experience for us. We had a short set and
Yeah,
no sound check, but you know, that's how those things work. You know, it's you got to do what you can do. You know,
Yeah,
that was cool.
Yeah. Next up, you're hitting the road with Crash Diet too. So is that a national tour?
It is a national tour, that one. Yeah. So
yeah, I think it's, what are we doing? We're doing Adelaide, Melbourne, Brisbane, and then it ends in Sydney. So that's going to be a blast. We've had a bit of history with Crash Diet. We performed with them at the Whisky A Go Go in like 2012 when we
our first America trip.
America trip, and then we got to play with, I think it was Peter and Eric came out.
Yeah, the bass player and the drummer. When they come out themselves a few years back. Yeah.
So it's kind of done full circle, and this tour has been like postponed for like ever since COVID hit. Like it's been a long time. Like maybe 3 years or something.
3 or 4 years.
So we're excited to get out there. We just heard the news though that unfortunately Peter, I think he's quite ill, and we send him our love, and hopefully he gets better soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's still going to be a great tour regardless.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be.
I love Crash Diet. Their music's great, and I've been a huge fan for years. So it's a good night for me. It's a win-win. You know.
Yeah.
Very cool. And speaking of the US too, like late last year, you went back over there for a run of shows. So tell us about that. You guys would be starting to get a bit of a fan base over there now, wouldn't you?
I know.
Yeah, I think the response there is always good. Like, you know, from when we went back in 2012 with Crash Diet during those times, like there was a bit of a buzz happening, and then we come back, and then obviously we got sort of in contact with Criss and done his last show in New York, and then we're like, we got to get back. Well, we had as with staying in contact with Criss and stuff, you know, they gave us the opportunity to play at Creatures Fest, which was last year now, and again, just good response all around. So that's why we went back again. Or we had the cruise, obviously, and
we feel like the band just keeps we feel like the band is just gravitating overseas. That's the way it's going. Like people are just craving it over there, and us, especially with the new music, I think that's kind of the game plan, especially when the album's out too. Like, I think that's our plan, is to either take off, relocate. Maybe we're in talks with that. We might relocate to the States or Europe or wherever the band takes us, you know. Like, Australia is great, but we feel like sometimes we've hit like a brick wall, you know what I mean? Like, and we really want to take the band to that next level and appear and perform to the masses, you know. Because at the end of the day, I mean, there's only 4 or 5 states you can play in Australia, and then it's kind of done, you know what I mean? So it's like there's only so many times a year you can do that too. So it gets a bit hard, but yeah, that's the plan.
Yeah, cool. And Sister Style also recently signed with new Australian-based music agency X Music. So tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, I mean, we've known Tim for a long time, like a while. He's a great guy, and he's been in the business for a long time too. He used to come watch us perform, like I think from like 2015 plus onwards, like when we're doing tours of Australia and that kind of thing. And
it's something we've just decided to do, you know. So with these releases of the music, it's, you know, we've always done everything ourselves, you know. So this time it's taken a bit of a different approach to releasing our singles, and you know, we're, I guess, a lot more open out to outsider input, which we're getting, and so far it's all been doing well. So we're happy. It's good.
We're in a really good place with the band and the team we've got around us. It's been great. Yeah, it's good having a game plan.
Yeah, for sure.
Part of that newfound maturity, guys. All right, boys. Well, thanks very much for your time today. Absolute pleasure as usual. Kiss Me is out February 10th, and it's a great, like I say, it's a little bit of different direction for you guys, but I like it. It was nice and catchy. So well done.
Thanks, Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate it.